Oh, are we live?
Three,
Okay.
two, one.
Hey, don't mind our madness, man. This is what we do.
Oh,
All right. We ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Man, that's another one of them LeContier countdowns, and I know LeContier is watching. Welcome to the Antonio Parkinson Project. We are the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. Today, we are going to be talking about the cop that found himself in a compromising position. Also, the rapper that was digging up his op's grave. Weird, right? 5 ways to get yourself uninvited from the barbecue. And we got comedian Shucky Ducky in the building. Y'all give it up for him. Shucky Ducky, quack, quack.
Quack, quack,
You're
quack.
watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. We'll be right back. Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. Don't forget, June is Black Music Month, all month long. We are celebrating Black music, whether they are producers, artists, musicians, behind the scenes folks. We are going to be celebrating and talk about Black music all month long. Also today, y'all, we got the comedian Shucky Ducky in the building. Y'all give it up for him. Yeah. Man, so, before I come to you, Kojak, man, it came in here like a player. Come on, man, look at it.
This is my podcast suit.
That's a podcast suit. That's what's up. That's
This is
what's
my
up.
podcast suit.
Yeah. Give it up for my co-host, Angelica.
What? Wait a minute. that ain't-
Kojak, what the hell?
Wrong person.
Give it up for Nichelle. Nichelle will be in the camera at the same time again.
Hey.
Yeah. This time, look, no deer in the headlights,
No.
right? You know, she's
ready.
comfortable. I think
I'm
she's
ready.
ready.
I think
Look,
I'm ready.
she got a little podcast polka dots on, man. What's up?
I'm a fan of polka dots. They make me feel confident. So
They
there we
make
go.
you feel confident. Well, I'm glad you're feeling confident. Nichelle came from behind the cameras
Yeah.
to in front of the cameras today because Angelica Jelly Woods called in sick today. And anybody heard from Angelica?
Nah.
Somebody told me they seen her at a day party.
What
DJ
kind of sick is
Kojak.
that?
DJ Kojak in the building. DJ Kojak, scratch it up 4 times.
Bam, 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 bam.
Shucky Ducky, did you hear that scratch?
With no turntables.
There you go. Hey, he heard it. Yeah.
No turntables, DJ.
Right.
DJ, no turntables.
He passed the test. He
Pass show.
Yes. Yeah, man. Hey, man. Look, man. First of all, welcome to Memphis, man.
Welcome.
We're glad to have you. Welcome to the city. You're in the capital of Memphis right now.
Oh, really?
This is the
Memphis.
capital in Raleigh,
Raleigh.
38128.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? We started out with an adventure getting him here, right? Man, look, I sent a driver over there for him, right? The driver got nasty. Driver got nasty. White driver
Memphis attitude.
got nasty. And
Well, he
this
probably was
segment-
in the wrong place, wasn't he? Because he sure wasn't in my hotel.
He claimed he was in the right place. Then had an attitude. First of all, how you in the wrong place and have an attitude
How you wrong?
and be a white boy in 75%
Loud
black
and
Memphis.
wrong.
Oh, man.
Right. And picking up Shucky Ducky.
He
right.
know. He know.
But guess what? He said, well, if he ain't out here in 2 minutes, nah, bro, you can't even finish the sentence. I'ma cancel this ride
cancel it.
because your attitude sucks.
Yeah.
Your attitude is trash.
He done turned into
And
being
we're gonna
crump.
report
Right,
you.
right.
He done turned into being crump.
Man.
Look here, I ain't giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Right, man. You ain't gonna finish
I'm gonna
this.
let you go.
Law
I'm gonna let you
school
go.
coming.
Right,
Law school
man.
coming.
Thank you, man. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for making it over here, man. We're glad to have you, brother. What's been happening?
Oh man, I've been working. I mean,
Yeah.
man, I'm at a Chuckles Comedy Club, and it's fun, man. The crowd is unbelievable. This is my first time at Chuckles.
Is it?
Really?
First time.
But not first time in Memphis.
No, not first
Right.
time in Memphis. You know, I used to do the circus, Universal
That's
Circus.
right. That's
Hey.
right.
I used to hang out there
Right.
on Elvis Presley Boulevard.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been in Memphis many times.
Yeah. But so you had Chuckles, man, and you hear Friday. Got what, 2 shows tonight?
Well, yeah, I got 2 shows tonight. This is I got 3 more shows. For Saturday for 7:30 and 7:30 and 10 o'clock, and then on Sunday it's an 8 o'clock show.
Okay.
So after
Alright.
you get your prayer on, you can come get your jokes on
Right.
on Sunday.
Well, you know that's what we do, right? Culturally,
what we love
that's what
to
we
do.
do. We go to church, then we start
And
cutting.
then we gonna cut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of y'all cut up before you get to the church too.
Hey.
Right. Some of them
Some
cut
of
up
them
in the
don't even
church.
make it to
Some say
church.
forget the prayer. I'm still
Right.
gonna cuss.
Some of them cut up in the church.
In the
That is
church.
true.
Yeah, man. Where you from, man?
From Dallas, Texas.
From D. You from
Yeah.
Oak Cliff? Where you from? Cedar Hill? Where we from?
You know the huh?
Man,
Okay,
look,
Oak Cliff. I'm all on Oak Cliff. Oak
Oak
Cliff.
Cliff?
That's my hood.
That's your hood.
Cliff.
Hey, man,
Oak Cliff.
Oak Cliff is changing though, right?
Shoot,
Hold
yes.
on. What that
Gentrification.
is? Two chicks in the bottle. Come here.
Oh,
What,
Two chicks in the bottle.
man, y'all, look.
Two
she's
chicks in the bottle.
What
for
is
yesterday's
this? Hold
show.
over here. What is it?
is Ducky Tea.
Ducky tea.
Ducky
Quack,
tea.
quack.
Ducky tea.
Do it make you quack, quack?
It's gonna make Clark quack, quack.
Right, y'all better get,
Get Shucky Ducky one.
now you better give me some bottle of water.
Right.
Seems like I better get a bottle of water.
They don't get
I don't
you
be
started.
responsible.
Good, too.
Talking about what kind of drink you want?
Oh,
Give
that's
me
really good.
a designated driver.
Right. I know that's right, man.
Big.
So you from Dallas, man. A lot of
Yeah.
shout out to all my people in Dallas. I finished high school in Port Arthur, Texas. I almost finished high school at South Oak
South
Cliff.
Oak Cliff, you told me.
Yeah. My mom pulled me out of it. She said,
What year was that?
86.
Oh yeah, we kind of rough then that
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Kind of rough.
Yeah, but hell, Port Arthur was rough. Shit, they was.
Well,
they-
most of the black areas are kind of rough.
Yeah.
Especially economically wise.
Mm.
So you're gonna have some problems. You're gonna have some challenges. Everybody
right.
trying to get that loaf of bread.
We know about
everybody's trying to get it. So look, man, there was this woman, and this is something that's trending. I really should have threw this to Michelle, put her on the spot.
That's fine.
Right. So you want to talk about? You want to tell the
That's
story?
fine.
You want to? Okay, tell the story.
So there's a TikTok story time. This lady, I think her name was Danny, goes on about how she finds out she's pregnant at the same time her best friend finds out that she's pregnant. They're excited. They're pregnant together. They're gonna get to raise their kids as best friends. But the best friend is kind of quiet about hers because she's single. And she's like, I don't really want to talk about it. She's like, I'm not really having a baby shower, whatever. The lady finds out that her best friend does have a baby shower. Secret baby shower. She shows up and sees her baby daddy's car outside. Well, not her baby daddy, her boyfriend of 3 years, and also her baby daddy's car parked out front. She calls her family. She goes inside. She gets to fighting. The family roll up. Everybody gets to fighting. And we just want to know, are they both uninvited to the cookout?
Wait, hold up. You merged in two different
I'm merging
segments.
I just want to know.
Whoa. I'm telling you what, hold up. But look, so let's talk about this now. So the girlfriend, the actual girlfriend, basically to summarize story, finds out that her best friend got pregnant by her boyfriend.
Basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Best friend of 10 plus
Yeah, because
years.
I knew it had to be to having a fight. I knew it had to be something similar.
Right.
That her boyfriend and her best friend both had a baby by the same guy.
Right.
You can tell that what the story's gonna
So what the boyfriend do?
Well, he ran away.
be.
You running too?
He's out of there.
But you know that's
Usain Bolt.
that's what happened though. When you got a best friend, don't you know that your best friends secretly admiring your other friend?
Man.
But can you not tell that? Do you not feel that energy? Because I feel like
Well,
I would
yes,
know,
you
but I
know-
feel like my best friend would never. But I would know. If
No,
she
sometimes
Yeah.
but if that energy and that vibe hit, because most of the time y'all on the same frequency.
Yeah.
You feel like you would know.
That's a good point though.
I feel like I would know.
That's a really good point.
You don't.
Why is it that most of the time if you break up with somebody, the next guy you date with is almost the similar to the one you broke up with?
Yeah.
You got a type.
You got a type.
You got a type and you got a frequency. You're gonna draw that frequency to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So man, you ain't never did that, right? You
What?
know, got the girlfriend and the best friend.
Oh
You
no.
know,
None
None of that.
I ain't had none of that. I ain't had any girlfriends. I want them ugly kids. They want the girl. Them girls want to look. Oh, I had no baby by him. And plus my hair was real nappy.
Oh,
And
Lord.
they said, no, they want a baby with some good hair.
They want you at a
Good hair
bigger
don't
girl.
care. That's what look, especially in Texas. You remember
Yeah.
back in the day. Now, what year did you graduate? If you don't mind me
I
asking?
graduated 75.
75. So you was about 10 years older than me, right? Back then,
10
man,
years older than you.
Well, I graduated 86. I mean, let's do the math. I mean, you want me to say the actual 11?
11.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna give you the extra year, right?
Well,
But
math
you remember
is
back in the
mathing.
day, man, they wanted the light skinned dudes. Remember the light skinned dudes with the
Yeah.
wavy hair?
Right.
Them.
I
Chocolate
feel
Brothers
like-
wasn't in style back then in Texas,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Because you had a lot of influx from Louisiana. Light skinned dudes with the
Some
curly
Creole,
hair.
Creole
right.
dudes.
Right.
Speak a little French.
They want El DeBarge.
Yeah, right. The Lost Jackson. I always wanted the little black. Give me the blackest one you can find. The black girl with the nappy hair. That's what I always
Not with
wanted.
the nappy.
Look, man, Shucky, why you looking at me like that,
I'm
man?
just looking at you.
Now, what's your type?
Huh?
What's your type?
I just like women.
Oh, I heard that play as he sips his
And I
water.
sip.
Right,
They
Not
can
a
be
Chuck E.
Japanese, Chinese, whatever.
right. Equal opportunity, huh?
That's right.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. DEI, baby.
I'm universal.
That's what universal, right? Right.
But I got a woman. So
Oh,
Look, man, look, you heard him
run
put
it
that
back,
disclaimer
run it
out there.
back.
let me put that. I
She
got
finna call him right now.
somebody. I got
Right, right. He heard him put that disclaimer out
He
there.
finna call.
Right.
I got
You
a
like
wife.
what?
Right. Man, but look, let me ask you this. You know, in the comedy world, man, you know, the comedy world is lit right now, right? You know, a lot of people give Cat Williams the credit for it, right? But I think Monique really started it back, you know, when she started talking and, you know, saying things about what was really happening inside the comedy world. Those of us that are not comics, you know, industry professionals, you know, for us, it was like, whoa. I didn't even know this stuff was going on, man. So Cat Williams, who lit it up on Club Shay Shay, you know, what do you think about what he said?
Well, some of the stuff he said was true. You know, it was true. And a lot of times we say that if he's not, is he lying? We talking about we lying about him running. We're lying about him reading 3,000 books. You know,
Yeah.
we're on there, but they ain't said about that other stuff.
Oh,
They ain't say nothing about that other stuff.
Yeah. They
You
ain't
know.
said nothing about that, did they?
You know, but when we first started our comedy, everybody was struggling. Everybody didn't have no money, and it was fun, camaraderie and all that. Then we started getting money and everything. Everybody started distancing themselves, you know, and stuff like that. So sometimes that money plays a different part. And then you got different agents and stuff tell you can't hang with this, you can't do with that, you know. So it's a lot of levels to it,
Yeah.
you know.
To me, I told Henry Welch this when he was here about a week or so ago. I said, man, listen. I said, if we just get a crumb off the crust of the pie, that's enough to feed all of our generations, you know, for generations.
But I don't think it's really fighting over money, so it's concerned. But I think it's more fighting over recognition and being accepted and being appreciated. You know, because there's a lot of comedians out there that is real funny and real good, but they don't get the recognition. Don't really get the fun.
Yeah. But you know, is there a formula? Is there a formula to get you to that next level of recommendation? Recognition.
Well, yeah, you got to have a strong personality. You got to have a determination that you really want it. You know, and you got to do the work in order to get it. You know, sometimes if you get popular, sometimes you got a machine behind you. You got to be organized. You got to be organized. You can't do it all by yourself.
Yeah.
You got to have an organization with you. That's the reason why Kevin Hart is successful. That's the reason why Chris Rock is successful. That's the reason why Dave Chappelle is successful. Those people they got an organization behind them that pushes them. You know?
You know, we all know that you are funny as hell. We know that, right? And we appreciate, man. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, and I ain't stroking you. And I ain't no stroker person, right? I'm uncut, right? But you know, your stuff has sustained a span of time. You know, we all know shucky ducky quack quack, right?
Yeah.
We all know that, right?
Right.
And it's not a person that you can, you know, has any amount of age, certain amount of age that you can say, hey, we got Shucky Ducky coming on the show. First thing they're gonna say is quack quack.
Quack, quack.
Right. So that's timeless, right? What do you attribute to being able to have a career like this that spans that kind of time?
Well, I was kind of shocked. It was Shucky Ducky was a phrase that I said all the time. And I was trying to go to Japan one year, and so I was trying to raise some money. And "Where's the Beef" was a popular phrase in '84. So I was going to try to sell the "Where's the Beef" T-shirts. And so they told me I couldn't do that because Wendy's had the copyrights to it. So Wendy's, I called Wendy's, and they told me to go to Pro Sports to get the license agreement to sell the "Where's the Beef" T-shirts. And so I called Pro Sports, and they sent me down a contract for 3%, and I could sell anything I want in Texas. Well, when they send me down the paraphernalia, the bumper stickers, the nightgowns, and all that type of stuff. And then they said they were gonna come out with a country and western song, say "Where's the Beef." So I was on my way.
Right.
Then Clara, the old woman, got in trouble with Wendy's for doing the spaghetti commercials using the same "Where's the Beef" phrase. and then they sued her. Then she turned around and died. Then the campaign died. Then I said, shoot, I wish I had something I can come up with.
Damn, Sarah messed it up for you?
She didn't mess it up for me.
Uh-huh.
She gave me a point to get on out there and do something.
Yeah.
So I said, I wish I could come up with something I could market. And I said, shoot, shucky ducky. I've been using this phrase all the time. So I just used that. And then so I started putting that phrase together. Me and my mom stood up and put the definition. You know, shucky ducky is a phrase that means disappointment or excitement. Instead of cursing when you stomp your toe, you say shucky ducky. If you see a fine girl or guy you like, you say, oh, shucky ducky.
Ducky.
out
Right,
now.
right.
Yeah, but if you get the girl pregnant, you say, damn.
Shucky
Don't you say shucky ducky, because you can shuck your ducky too long.
Yeah, man. But, and it's funny too, man.
You're gonna be like that police, like that guy who went to the baby shower.
right. Right.
Look, had two duckies.
Two at
Right.
the same
Hey,
time.
look, and then it's a matter about how you say it and how fast you say it, right? Like the dude that got chased out of the baby shower, he's like, shucky ducky, shucky ducky, shucky ducky, right? The one that when he got her pregnant, he was like, shucky ducky. Got her pregnant, got her.
Especially when he got
best
both
friend
them calls around the same
Got
time.
the same time. Look
Man.
here, look at here. I done pulled up and my Negro
He
is
was
here.
sweating
Right,
bullets.
right, man.
Shucky
That's
ducky.
crazy, man. That's great. But let me ask you this though. So where did it all start for you, and what made you feel like I should be on this stage?
Well, like I said, I didn't grow up to be a comedian. James Brown was my idol. I wanted to be a James Brown.
Can you dance?
I can do a little bit.
Okay.
And, James Brown, but it was just that see, I was growing up ugly, and during that time, James Brown was supposed to be ugly too. But he had
You had an ugly idol.
yeah, I had an ugly idol. But he was dynamic, and so I wanted to be that dynamic with James Brown. But as far as comedy is concerned, I found the best way to promote that shucky ducky was through stand-up comedy. And I didn't know anything about stand-up comedy. So I went to an open mic night, did a little joke, and I came off the stage. Somebody said, I like your voice and your stage presence. He said, there's an organization called the Comedy Gym that teaches the ins and outs of stand-up comedy. So I signed up for the course. So I had to study stand-up comedy. That's the reason why I find out, I can tell you who's, to me, my personal opinion about some great comedians, some comedians that can they really get out there and anything can happen to them right now. They can go on that stage and make this stuff happen like like they just wrote it for years.
Yeah.
And that's Cat Williams is one of them.
Okay.
LaVale Crawford is one of
Oh,
them.
wait a minute, LaVale Crawford. Okay.
Grab one of them. Eddie Griffin can do it.
Okay.
There's but those to me are true comedians. They don't have to sit down and just write everything down and then practice it. They can just go on that stage and just naturally hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so you start looking at what it is. Everybody talking about the material. He stole my material. It's not the material. It's not the material. That is good. All of us going to talk about the same thing, just about conversation, but it's not the material. People say, no, it's the material. I said, no, it's not the material. I said, every preacher got the same material. Why is one preacher bigger than the other preacher? Either his personality is big, or the organization around him is big, making him big.
Boy, putting them on
So that's
game.
one way to
Bars.
look at it.
Bars, right.
Well, one question that you asked someone else that I want to ask was, who was the funniest kings of comedy to you?
They always funny to me.
One
They
had to stand out.
always fun. Everybody has their style. My style can't be your style, or I can't imitate your style. Everybody got their style. Now, the person that really holds it together and made it dynamic was Bernie Mac.
Man,
But-
that's the consensus.
That is.
Man.
But
Bernie Mac,
but they all had their style. They all had their style. You can find funny even the person that's not funny. You can find some funny in it.
Well, I feel like that's me. If
You
I'm
know.
funny, then I'm going to laugh.
Yeah, but
comedy is what you can relate to. If I can relate to it, it's funny to me. If I can't relate to it, it's not funny to me. That don't mean you're not funny. I mean, I just can't relate to what you're saying.
So you're saying that a good comedian is relatable, personable. That's where we.
Well, it's subjective. It's your opinion.
Okay.
yeah, but
it's-
some of them funnier than
Well,
others.
but that
Come on, Shucky, Shucky Ducky
no.
now.
Some of it's your opinion. It's your opinion whether that guy's funny. I see the people in the audience be laughing. Why they laughing at that?
right,
I don't know why they laughing at that, but they can relate to it.
Yeah, yeah.
If you get a computer
Yeah.
nerd coming in talking about all that computer stuff, and people
Yeah.
on the corner laughing, them people must be doing something about computers.
I mean, I get your point,
But
I
it
get your-
might,
I get your point, but they're like you talk about Bernie Mac.
Uh-huh.
Man, Bernie, you
Can
know,
make
if you,
anybody
I remember
laugh.
when the Kings of Comedy came to Memphis.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie Mac, man, folks was needing to take some doggone Pepto Bismol because their stomachs were hurting
But-
after they laughing so hard. Cedric the Entertainer, they dying laughing, right? Steve Harvey, you know, he was asking people to laugh at the jokes, or telling people to laugh at the jokes, you know. And so and when I say, you know, that you know there are people that are funnier than others, what I'm saying is you got a person, even yourself. Seriously, even yourself, that had a whole room laughing through your whole show. Bernie Mac was one. Whole room laughing through the whole show. You know, Cedric the Entertainer. Whole room laughing through the whole show. And then you had, you know, Steve Harvey. And, you know, you got some laughs, right? But there were some moments where, you know, people was like, they were getting mad. So look,
Well,
come on, don't shuck it, duck at me now.
I ain't shucking. No, that's shucking and jive. No. But sometimes you, man, it's like I say, it's comedy related to. But Bernie Mac had a strong confidence on that stage.
Yes.
So it's really sometimes
Presence.
if you got that presence and you get to the point where you don't give a damn whether you laugh or not,
Right.
then you can really deliver.
Yeah.
But when you worried about your jokes, then you gonna have some misfires.
That
every
confidence
once
to
in a
show,
while,
huh?
because
That
of
lack of
show.
confidence to
Right,
show.
lack of confidence.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of it is confidence.
Yeah. So look, when we come back, we're gonna come back in the second segment. We're talking about, what are we talking about in the second segment? What we got in the shell? Because I'm
the
here
San
it is.
Diego cop.
Right. Yeah. Oh. So when we come back, y'all got to stick around for this because this is the craziest ish I done heard in a minute. So it's about this San Diego cop. He done arrested this lady, and his ass got locked in the back seat with her. We're gonna talk about that when we
Got
come back.
locked in the car?
Got locked in the car. We're gonna talk about that when we come back, and we still got comedian Shucky Ducky. We want to know about his highs and his lows. So don't go anywhere. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Check. Welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market. And of course, we got comedian Shucky Ducky in the building. Y'all give it up for him. Yeah. And we got Nichelle. Nichelle is back in front of the camera. Y'all give it up for Nichelle. She's standing in for Angelica, who decided to go to a day party, I think, today.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, Angelica, she's probably watching the show and everything, too. Angelica, if you're watching the show, chime in. Angelica, yeah, she did chime in. She said, I wish I was at a day party. That is hilarious.
She wish she was a day party.
Yeah. But Angelica, we miss you. You know, make sure you
Give
your ass
Sugar
back
some
to
sugar
work.
for us.
Get back here.
Your
Get
ass
back here.
to work. Like,
Yeah.
DJ Kojak in the building. Give it up. DJ Kojak.
We up in here. We up in here.
Scratch it up 2 times. Y'all hear that sound effect? Right? And I said scratch it up 2 times. He hit you for 3. Did you hear that
Yeah,
scratch?
that one
Shuck it
pow
up.
pow. That's it. It was 3. That is 3.
That was
That mean it's
that
gonna be-
TT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A good
Shucky
day.
Ducky in the building. Yeah, make some noise.
Quack quack.
Yeah, look, Shucky Ducky came in with the seersucker.
Clean.
That's what I'm talking about. The seersucker suit killing it.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see you, homie.
Yeah.
I like
see
this
you, homie.
chain.
I wore this last night.
Yeah, man. So look, I you want this? Is my story. The
cop? Yeah, you take-
okay.
you
so
take the
so look,
elevator.
I gotta tell
This
this
is
story because it's hilarious. Hey, before I tell the story, I'm gonna send a shout out to Pound Cake. Pound Cake, you need to get your black ass on the show.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
appreciate
What it
you
do?
watching
What
and
it do?
everything.
Pound cake.
Pound Cake.
Yeah.
He's here. He's a comedian. Good
Really?
comedian too.
Lo-
Right here. Get your ass on the show.
Some candy
Pound.
banana pudding.
Uh-oh.
You've been called out.
Yeah, hey. But look, so this cop, this officer in San Diego named Anthony Hare, right? Anthony Hare pulls up on the scene, arrests a lady, puts her in the back of the car, and then starts transporting her to jail. In that process, the lady is flirting with him, and then she starts flirting with herself in the back seat of the car. Okay, I'm just gonna pause for dramatic
Okay.
effect right there. All right, and then for somehow she I'm in one part of it, she's telling him, asking him if he has a girlfriend
And she got a
this, that,
boyfriend.
and other, and so on and so forth. He tells her, you really shouldn't say that because we're being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Then a few minutes later, he turns off his camera, his body worn camera,
And pulls over.
and pulls over into a residential area, and then climbs in the back seat with Lil Mama and locks his damn self in the back seat with the prisoner.
Dumb.
And now,
Naked.
well,
Pants down.
At least his pants was unzipped. We know that much.
and so now, I did 25 years in emergency service. I did 25 years on the fire department. So this has to be an embarrassing situation. So now you locked in with your prisoner in the back seat. The way that he was able to get unlocked was he had to phone a friend.
He did.
He had to call somebody to come and let him out.
And they
Right.
sent the supervisor.
And the supervisor came and they were watching because the cars have GPS. So when they saw that he had pulled off the route going to the jail into this residential area and stopped, parked, it set up the question mark. So anyway, the supervisor gets there, unlocks the door, lets Officer Hare out, and he had some splaining to do.
Oh, he lied.
What did he say?
He lied. He said, it looked like something was wrong with her. I was just trying to help her. And when I went back there to try to wake her up, the door closed on me and then I couldn't get out. And it took him 20 minutes apparently to realize that he couldn't get out the car.
Yeah. Shucky Ducky, needless to say, internal affairs at the police department in San Diego, they had him reenact what happened, what he says happened. Of course, it didn't make sense. And now he is no longer Officer Hare, but he's Mr. Hare.
Mr. Hare.
Mr. Hare. All over some
Hair.
hair. Right.
Pussy hair. Oh, okay. Say
It remind me of that video.
pussy hair.
The Cornell, the what do you say, cellulite and pubic hair. That's all.
Right. Cornell X in Houston, right? About the teacher that did her OnlyFans video in the classroom. And Cornell X down there, he said, she bent over and spread her cheeks, and all we saw was cellulite and pubic hair. So apparently Officer Hare was
He
back
wanted
there,
that.
trying
Trying to get some of that.
You know-
Trying to get some of that Harry Potter.
Yeah. Harry Potter.
But what's
Harry
crazy,
Potter.
man, he gave up a lot. He gave up a lot of money and a lot of career and a lot of benefits.
Well, a lot of times that thing has got a lot of men in trouble.
cause wars.
And somebody was on the podcast. I heard that mostly every man that's in jail is in jail behind a woman.
Oh, that's interesting.
Every man that's in jail is serving time is in time behind a woman.
That's interesting. You about to take us down a rabbit hole, but let's go.
Yeah.
So you think about what's happening and how people are being raised. A lot of these men are being raised by women, and so their responses are like women. Emotional. Uh-oh.
Emotional.
Yeah, emotional responses. You know, you hear about dudes, you know, killing a dude over a woman or stepping on some shoes or, you know, because they said something on Facebook. But that's an emotional response.
Right. You know, Billy Carson them talk about that. Billy Carson talks about it. Terrence Howard talks about it. Even Cat Williams talks about it. You know, we just in that emotional stage. And we can't handle stuff like men, like we used to handle stuff like men.
Yeah.
Everything is so emotional.
Yeah, and it's costing us a lot of our men's lives. But back to Officer Hare, you know, it's probably safe to say that Officer Hare won't be invited to the barbecue. You think?
He got uninvited from the cookout. Why?
Yeah. And so we
He's gonna be a security guard at some mall that's closed down.
Well, if he's smart, he'd be a security guard at a nightclub somewhere, right, where he can see
So he can get all the hair
that he wants
Well,
to see.
he won't be is officer at a female security. I mean, at a female jail. He can't go there.
A female jail.
A female
Yep.
prison. He can't.
So look, you know, we're coming into, you know, we're in the summer season now. You got your seersucker suit on, so you know it's barbecue season, right? It's cookout season.
And who
Right?
got the best barbecue in Memphis?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Ooh,
I'm
that is
glad
a
you asked.
really good question.
Yeah. What is the look,
Those are fighting words in Memphis.
look, man, so okay, let's start with Kojak. Who you say,
Ooh,
Kojak?
now we
It
switched
depends
up.
on what you know. I don't eat a lot of pork, so I eat beef. So
Okay.
For the beef ribs, I like Interstate. barbecue.
Interstate is incredible.
Okay.
I like
Yeah.
Interstate now. I'm not saying it because they famous and they
Yeah.
out there like
Nah,
that.
but they good.
I just
and
like, and they
consistent.
give you enough.
They rib tips some fire.
They right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if it's something else, then it's just for me. It's the ribs,
Yeah.
the beef ribs.
Yep. What have you had?
I had some barbecue.
From where?
I had some from Central.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Then they told me to go to Leonard, but there wasn't nobody in the parking lot at Leonard. They must do some catering.
Okay. Okay. Michelle, who do you say is top barbecue?
One, I'm not a fan of barbecue, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But what did we have that one time Angelica bought it? The one and only.
One
That
and
was
only.
pretty
Fire.
good.
Like,
That was
Really?
pretty good.
Angelica Butler.
But
Angelica, our co-host, she bought some barbecue for the last show from this barbecue spot called One and Only.
One and only.
They're
pretty
good.
good.
Yeah, they're
Pretty
good.
Well, that's a good title then. It must be
Yeah.
one and only.
Yeah.
If you can remember it.
So you know, like, you know, for us here, you know, in you know, just like if you're in LA, you know, you can find a taco shop or a taco truck on every corner, right?
Right.
Here, you can find a barbecue shop or a barbecue truck on every corner.
Did barbecue originated from Memphis?
You know,
It might as
we
well.
took it over. You know.
Oh,
you
y'all
know,
took it
it's-
over.
It's the best
Might as
barbecue.
well.
in
They say Kansas City got it.
Kansas City got great barbecue now. Look, I almost.
But I think Texas got the best
I'm gonna
barbecue.
tell you, Pecan Lodge in
Whoa.
Dallas, man. Pecan Lodge, no. Texas is the best
Texas?
for brisket.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Now
can see
Pecan Lodge in Dallas, you been there?
I ain't been to Pecan
man.
Lodge.
Oh God, they keep
You know
a line.
something I don't know. I
They
ain't
keep a
been to
line. They
Pecan
keep a
Lodge.
line out there. Yeah.
I've heard that Kansas is better for dry barbecue, and then Memphis has the better like sauces.
No, Kansas
wet.
City. No, listen.
So-
Kansas City ain't playing. You know, and I felt like I was cheating when I was up there eating Kansas City barbecue because it was so
Cheating
good.
on your city.
I felt like I was cheating. I felt guilty, right? But they got Kansas City do this thing. What they call it, burn ends.
Burn ends.
Burn
Okay.
ends. It's like almost like our rib tips, right? They chop it up, man, and it's like
I see
I
your
can't say
face.
it on air, but it's
You was finna get in the back of that
Man.
police car with the lady. With
right, man. I'm telling you, I felt like I was cheating. But I'm gonna tell you, I went the other day. I was at the VA hospital, and there was a barbecue truck out there, right, called Champs Barbecue. So they get this free plug, Champs Barbecue. I had, man, look, I ain't gonna. First of all, me and the white guy, we're standing in line, put our order in, right, and then we step back, we put our order in. So you know, you gotta wait with your ticket, right? And the white guy turns to me, he says, "Well, they got a good way of ruining your cologne, don't they?" I said, "Oh, you too, huh? Cause the smoke hit us. So now we smell like smoke. We don't smell nothing like what we smell like when we came in,
Yeah.
right? But when I say I bought the brisket nachos and I bought some rib tips from them, fine. I had to give it up to them, man. The truth.
We
And
got to
see,
bring them
so-
on.
So don't skip over the trucks for the brick and mortar in Memphis. You know, while you're here.
What about the barbecue pits that they riding around with the truck that they pulling
Yes,
around?
that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
with
the
them.
homemade
Yes, sir.
stuff.
That's what. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If you see him on the corner, stop.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, I'm gonna tell you who else. My boy Eddie Patterson, man. You know, they the truth, man. They've been the truth for a long time too. Yeah. A&R Barbecue is good. A&R Barbecue, you get a chance if you stop through there. A&R Barbecue is good. Central Barbecue is not. Central Barbecue is not bad to me.
No, that's not. Especially the smoked chicken.
Yeah.
Smoked chicken.
Yeah.
Well, I had the turkey, the chicken, and I think the beef.
I mean, I didn't mean Central. I'm sorry. Not
I
Central.
was
Corky's.
like,
Corky's. I'm sorry. Corky's.
Corky's.
What
Nah,
about
they got
everybody
Corky's in
loves
Dallas, don't they?
Yeah, Corky's everywhere.
Yeah, but that Corky didn't taste good.
People rave about Tops. What's the rating on them?
Top's got the best turkey.
Corky
burger.
didn't taste good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, burgers.
Yeah.
Burgers.
But you know, there's the touristy. Corky's kind of touristy. Rendezvous is touristy. You know, those.
About
those
Neely's. They from here, ain't they?
yeah, but you know, that's interstate.
Judge Joe
Three
Brown
Ps.
got a barbecue sauce, don't he?
Oh, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, Judge Joe Brown.
Judge Joe Brown got a
Joe
barbecue.
Brown got a barbecue sauce.
Lord,
You bought it?
Lord.
No, I ain't buying
Right. Yeah, man. So
You honorary
so
cricket.
let me ask you this though. What has there ever been a time where you know you got on the stage and it just didn't work?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, tell us about that, man. What's the worst? What's your funniest worst story?
but there's been times I done got on the stage and it didn't work. Sometimes you be in your head. Sometimes you say, "Man, these jokes is old." You start thinking about that kind of stuff, or if you have some problems on your mind, you can't really project. But when I find out you have to tell those jokes like you'd have never told them before, you got to be in it. You know, sometimes when you do on the stage, sometimes it's you be in your head.
Yeah.
You're just not giving all you got,
Uh-huh.
and that's the reason why sometimes you fail.
Right.
Fail at it. But it's not because you disconnected with the audience.
Yeah.
If you go out there and just shoot, and just be yourself, and say, well, these jokes ain't working. I tried them.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can really get over with.
It's funny you say that because Henry Coleman at last week I was at Chuckles and he started out telling some jokes and he's like, man, these jokes ain't working, so let me try this one. And he's literally telling the audience, so let me try this one, right? And then by the end of the show, man, he had him.
Right.
He had him.
But sometimes it might be his stick.
I was gonna ask, was that part of his
That
show?
might be part of
That
his-
might be part of his
part of
right.
his-
Yeah.
It might be part of his stick to do that.
Yeah.
Because Deion Cole does that.
Cole, yeah. I was
Deion
just gonna
Cole
say
does that. Deion Cole go, let me go and try out some jokes and be on the thing.
Yeah.
And go to the
Yeah.
phone. Yeah, I think I
Deion
keep
Cole
that
funny
one.
as hell too.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he does
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I'm tell you, I didn't discover. I was introduced to comedian Ali Sadiq
Oh, yeah.
here recently.
Great storyteller.
Oh my God, man! And
Great storytelling.
funny. And so, what are the different styles? Ali Sadiq, he's a storyteller. What's your style?
Well, I'm an old school style, set up and punch type of style. Like I said, I had to learn it technically from because I wasn't a comedian.
Right.
And so, but Bill Cosby, the one who started doing storytelling. Then Richard Pryor picked it up from Bill Cosby. Now Dave Chappelle took it to another level with storytelling. So that's the reason why because he's so successful with it now. So everybody's emulating Dave Chappelle, to tell the stories.
Yeah.
and stuff
Kevin
like
Hart
that.
is a storyteller.
Yes, Kevin Hart's a storyteller too. I mean, but that's what it is. You're telling your stories of your life.
Yeah.
And that's what got me because see, I was a set up and punch, trying to find the current events and try to make it funny.
Yeah.
But when you start doing current events, every comedian is gonna sound the same. So you're doing current. So you have to tell your life story. Now you got to do some current events to stay relevant. But then you tell your life story and tie your current events into your life story. So and your life experience, like that. So that's what I found out with Kevin when Kevin Hart came on the scene. I said, shoot. I said, where you gonna get the material from? And then so when Kevin Hart started talking about his life, I said, that's where it is. Even though Richard Pryor did it, Bill Cosby did it, but it was just kind of like some people can wake you up and say, oh, that's where it is. I said, well, if that's the case, I got a lot of stories I could tell.
Yeah. That's. Hey, look, because our life stories, man. after you get through the trauma of it, you know, you look back on it and you're like, man, damn,
And it'd
that
be
shit's
funny.
funny as hell.
And sometimes we
Right.
don't want to tell these stories
Right.
because we're so vulnerable and we made us look stupid or we did some things that we not proud of, you know. So sometimes you don't want to share that with people on stage.
Yeah.
But if you want the best comedy, you got to share your ups, your downs.
Yeah.
You got to share your downs and then find out what the positive, how you made it positive. You know,
And you know, it's so funny with having this conversation because we just said this last night on the show, on this show last night. I was explaining, you know, I don't know, maybe last week, I guess, but I was explaining, you know, I went to jail at the age of 14 because I was going to shoot some kids, right? And I was scared to tell that story with me being an elected official, right? And I was scared to tell that story. But your story is your goal,
right.
and that's what I learned, right? No, tell that story because people connect to you based on your story,
Right.
Because they're going through similar things, right? You think you're the only person that got arrested because you was about to shoot some kids, or you think you're the only person that went through
Been to
this,
jail,
went through that,
but don't put the false narrative out there and you didn't go to jail.
right.
Yeah, a lot of people put the false narratives. They ain't never went to jail,
trying to get
so they
street
can
cred.
try to get some credit, street cred, and all that kind of stuff. And you ain't never went to
Who-
jail.
Put in their
who's done that?
position.
I ain't gonna say who did. I don't know who did it, but I'm just saying.
There's some comedians out there telling stories that they
I don't
ain't
know what they
experienced.
doing. I'm just telling you.
Hey,
If
Henry
you ain't
Welch.
Hey.
Henry Welch came on here and said, you know, a very popular comedian was lying left and right, saying, you know, he went to college with him and this, that, and other, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
He said
He
that
ain't got
that
that
Birmingham comedian was lying.
Okay.
Well, I don't know nothing about no comedians. I'm a singer. I do R&B.
Yeah, man.
I'm an R&B singer.
You're R&B singer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna sing something for us then.
Okay. That's it.
That was
That
great.
was we
Did y'all hear that? We didn't hear it.
Man, that
Look,
man cold.
hey, the edited version is gonna have the actual song
He
in it.
clearly studied under
Let me
James
just
Brown,
scratch
like
it.
he said.
Right.
I'm scratching.
Right. Speaking of music, you know, when we come back, we're gonna talk about, man, I don't know what's happening with these young rappers, but we're gonna talk about this rapper. And he apparently, I don't know, somebody killed somebody that was quote unquote his op. I don't know if it was him or whoever, but they were out there with a shovel playing on the man's grave, digging on the grave, and laughing and joking about it. So we're going to talk about that when we come back with Shucky Ducky. And also, make sure you take this opportunity to hit that subscribe button. We'll be right back. You're watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Ain't nobody kept up with no time. Look, the
I ain't never heard of it.
He got to put his
oh, okay,
glasses on.
okay. I couldn't even see the type.
Not you have to put
Yeah,
your
look,
glasses on.
man, listen.
Well, yeah.
Good.
Listen, welcome back to the Antonio Parkinson Project. I am Antonio Parkinson. You're watching the fastest growing visual podcast in the Memphis market, and we are excited about the numbers. The numbers are doing it. So Nichelle is in the building. Give it up for Nichelle. Yeah, Nichelle is on that Ducky T.
Not as hard as
No, oh, wow.
No tea, no shade.
Shade. DJ Kojak in the building. Scratch it up for him 4 times. Kojak.
Bam, 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 bam.
And look, we should have let Shucky Ducky scratch it up.
Man,
Shucky Ducky, scratch it up for him 4 times.
Wicked.
and we heard that one.
We heard that.
We heard it loud and clear.
We did hear it. So welcome back, everybody. So listen, Shucky, you were in between the break. You were telling us a story about a margarita or something.
About a margarita. I shouldn't be telling this story,
Man, tell
you
the
know,
story,
but
man. Do it for the
Only
vine.
for the Antonio.
but I went to
Parkinson
see
Project.
I went to see Bill Bellamy at the Arlington Improv in Dallas. I mean in Arlington, Texas, and so I had me a top shelf margarita,
Right.
and so I said, oh, that's pretty good because I had a new bartender, so I wanted to see do he make a better margarita than the guy who used to make
right.
the margarita. Then I got me another one. I said,
Right. So you had
oh,
tested
so I
twice.
tested twice. He
Right.
said, yeah, you're pretty good. You're pretty good.
Yeah.
But I left there.
Let me see if there's some consistency.
Yeah, so I left there and I went to my favorite Southern Soul. Come on in. I went to my favorite Southern Soul nightclub. Shoot, I went in and I got me some vodka and orange juice. Drank that vodka and orange juice, but they must have
Ooh.
double loaded.
Yeah.
I was buying other people's drinks. Hey,
Oh,
get
you
your
know,
drink.
you rip when you start when you buy a bar for
You mix your liquors and your
And then I went and got me another one. Then got me another one.
tough guy.
Man, I'm telling you.
Tough guy.
you.
And you know what? I wind up in somebody else's house.
I bet.
Oh.
I bet. Like my stomach.
Didn't
hurts
even
just
know
listening.
where I was, man.
Oh.
I got up and I couldn't believe I was in somebody else's house. Boy, I got in trouble.
Man. So how was the show?
Huh?
Well, yeah.
Can't remember no show.
Who did you go see?
I can't even remember leaving the club.
You know, you were there for the Bill Bellamy show.
Yeah, I can't even remember leaving the
Right,
club.
right.
So that's me why I'm gonna leave this little tea.
Man, yeah, there you go. Just a little sip. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It
Ain't
is.
gonna have for no reason.
It is.
Ain't have for no refill.
Right. That is hilarious, man. But look, you know, it's Black Music Month, right? So we're celebrating Black music all month long. As a matter of fact, Brother John Best just walked in the building. Y'all give it up for him. Yeah.
John Betts.
John Best. Yep. So look, listen. This is not part of our celebration, this story, but we gotta tell the story because it's it's a different kind of. It's a different kind of young people out there now, right? So this rapper, his name is it YBC DUI
Elemental P.
Right. But
He
anyway,
just
I don't want
learned.
no
He just
smoke.
learned his alphabet.
right. But anyway,
Don't come digging up my grave.
Yeah, this cat, you know, apparently somebody killed, you know, somebody that is his enemy, right? So they were out there recording themselves with a shovel on this, I think, according to them, on this man's grave,
And it had to be
digging it
fresh.
up, it was fresh dirt, digging it up, and then saying, you know, laughing and
Where you at?
and saying, where you at, such and such, where, you know, I
And
just-
recording it?
and recording it
recording
and
it.
desecrating,
And posted it.
desecrating this grave. I thought it was the most unbelievable thing I've seen in a long time, you know, especially from our people, man. I'm like, you know, when does it stop, man? What's happened, Chuck?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I brought in 1956, the best year to be born.
Yeah, aside of 68, but yeah, right.
I'm 10 years, 11 years old.
Well, yeah, we've been doing the math for. We've been still doing this
Yeah,
math,
you still
right?
doing this math.
Right, doing this math.
Yeah,
right.
no,
Right.
I can't. They don't have no regard for life. Some of them. They watch these video games, and so they enter the video games. So people ain't real to them. Cartoons ain't real to them.
Yeah.
And so therefore, I guess they taking on that imaginary and have that mentality of ain't nothing real. Everything is distinguished. They can just desecrate it and stuff.
Yeah, completely desensitized. To
Right,
death,
desensitized to death.
to the value of life.
But they don't understand that we all connected though.
All connected.
We all of us are connected, but we've been taught the wrong type of we've been taught wrong.
Or
And so
we haven't been
now
taught
we
at
got
all.
so much information on the internet that you can't believe some of the stuff that there's coming out of that internet, you know. But some of that stuff is very true, and so. But sometimes they make the truth seem like it's wrong, and make the lies seem like it's right.
Yeah, you know, it's a sad state, you know, of affairs, you know. And here's the thing too, you know, and I think it's very important for us to fix this narrative too. You know, the majority of our people are great people,
Right.
great and upstanding people, but the ones that are getting the most visibility and noise are those that other element.
Well,
You know.
is that why he did it?
You know, of course, he's doing it for likes and
Like,
views.
right? Did
Right.
he really? Was that really his like, was this just a publicity stunt? Because a lot of stuff on TikTok is just
publicity
for
stunt.
for exposure,
And,
just for likes.
and it could be, and even if that's the case, you're still out there at the cemetery. Now,
Digging up.
they were
Yeah,
at a
digging up.
cemetery,
Digging.
digging next
Well,
to other
cemetery
graves.
supposed to be sacred.
Supposed to
is.
be.
Supposed to be sacred.
Yeah.
And then you feel like he doesn't have respect for himself, because what if that was your brother or your best friend or your dad and somebody was out there digging up his grave? Like,
Or
you
just,
going
or
you
just
going
dancing
after,
on it, stepping
yeah,
on it,
laughing
pissing on
like
it,
it's
this, that,
funny.
and other, like,
You starting a war.
Yeah. But the comments on that video were everybody. There was not a positive comment in that. You know, people were saying, man, they were going to report it, and
But
You don't mess with the dead.
negative
Yeah,
publicity is still publicity.
Come back.
And he
Yeah.
still got
Come
those
back
same
on you.
shares. He still got those same, like, he's still getting pushed to the top of the algorithm, even with those negative comments.
Oh, right,
So
yeah.
does he really? Does he really care?
Everything is algorithm.
Yeah.
everything.
Hey, I
man.
gotta get my likes up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I gotta get my likes up. I gotta get my comments in.
Yeah.
I gotta get my followers up.
Yeah, and in your industry.
Yeah.
In your
Yeah,
industry,
yeah.
that's what it's going to. The entertainment industry is about, about that built-in audience. It's interesting. There was my attorney, Carly. Shout out to Carly McCullum. My attorney. She had this. She introduced me to this guy, and she said, "Yeah, he has a reality show." I said, "Really?" She said, "Yeah." And it was something about the Westbrooks. I don't remember the name of it. Something.
Who this rapper?
No, this my attorney.
Oh, your attorney, okay.
She had a client that had a reality show,
Uh-huh.
and it was something to do with the Westbrooks, whatever that was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I said so, and I talked to him. I was chatting with. I said, man, so how did you get to the point of doing a reality show? He said, man, we these ladies, the Westbrooks, right? We built their social media following. When we built their social media following, Hollywood called us because we had a built-in audience. So the formula is, they got a million followers. That's a million people that will view, that will watch the show if we give them a show.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, but
Not
not
necessarily.
guaranteed, right? But yeah,
You got to look. You got to. Even though you have 1 million followers or 2 million followers, just like a church. If you go to a church and you say, "Well, our membership is 10,000. We got 10,000 members in our church."
but only 3,000 show up for church.
Well, no, 3,000 might show up at church, but only like you want to support it.
Right.
Only about 2,000 to 3,000 is supporting that
Right.
church.
We'll write a check.
Paying them
That'll write a check.
Right.
So all of everybody,
Yeah.
some people
Right.
just spectators, and some people are participators.
Yeah, right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So it
That
doesn't
would be
necessarily
perfect for
mean
Angelica,
you got
because
the
it's
potential.
not-
You have 1 million. You have a potential. So you get a percentage of how many people will buy and support you, financially wise. So out of that 1 million, you probably say 100,000, 200,000, 300,000
Right.
rules.
10%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10% rule.
10% rule.
Yeah.
That will
Yeah,
support
and really, I look at the 1% rule because
Well,
you get to
1% of a
10%.
billion is a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Lot of
We've been
money.
doing
Yeah,
math the whole
1%.
show.
Yeah,
Right, right,
1% of a
right,
billion.
right,
is a lot of
right.
money. That what Bill Cosby said. Y'all, you got all. He said, I ain't got to get the whole population. All I get is get 1%.
Yeah. Anybody know what 1% of a billion is?
Oh, don't.
It's
1%.
1 million.
There we go.
1 million.
1%. Whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
more than
yeah,
what I
yeah.
get. So
Right. Yeah. But you're absolutely right.
Right.
I used to trip off Facebook, right? Everybody, your Facebook friends, and you get 5,000 friends on your Facebook page, and then you put up an event, and 100, let's say, 100 people say they comment, right? Then I will whittle that down to 1%. So I'm gonna get 10 of these people out of this group.
There you
That's
go.
gonna actually show up, right? And you can't count on social
and
media.
only 2 of those people gonna bring something.
Right.
Right.
Like anything else, you have to work it.
Yeah.
You have to work it. You can't take everything for granted just because you got this, you're going to get this.
Yeah.
It depends on the connections you have and people who, because like if I can pull 10,
Yeah.
you find some other people that's very good and they can pull 10 and they can
Yeah.
pull 10.
That
That's
network.
How, that's how it
That's
works.
right.
Network.
It's so funny because being an elected official, these young cats that want to run for office, and they think that they can win these elections on social media, and I'm like, bro, you gonna get your ass dusted out here, thinking you finna run a Facebook campaign, right? No, you gotta get out here and touch these people because
Gotta touch 'em.
the old school ways don't die.
Right, it don't.
No, they just build on top of them. You know, the old school
And that's
ways
what
of
he was
marketing,
saying.
promoting, you know, and getting to a customer is still the set way. The social media component is now just the cream.
It's just
to add to it.
exposure.
Yes,
It's
sir.
all exposure and getting your name out there. Like they were talking about, what do you think about the internet comedians? What do you think about the internet? I say, well, good. I say, only did is it's been switched backwards. It's switched. When we was coming up, we had to work on our act, and then we had to get exposure.
Right.
Now they're getting exposure, and then they got to work on their act.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
So that's so, and the more you do it, the better you become at it. If you ain't afraid to fail, and you ain't afraid to just get out there and keep on grinding, keep on doing the same thing over and over and over again until you get better at it, you're gonna learn. Then you become good at it. Some of the comedians some of those comedians gonna get good at it because they want it, and they getting around some old school comedians and learning the fundamentals of stand-up comedy. Then some is gonna try to ride off the fame and just play it out to where they want to play it out to.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to get out there and work it.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, interesting. You said that because you were literally extracting what I was thinking out of my head. You know about mentorship and building that next generation. What was your class of comedians? Who was coming through the gates when you came through?
Shoot, everybody that was on the Def Jam, from Bernie Mac, Steve Harvey to Cedric the Entertainer, all those.
That's a good ass class. Right
Earthquake,
there,
all the people was in
Man.
that class.
Right.
See, but what happened with me was because I was promoting the Shucky Ducky phrase. And my thing was getting that phrase out there, and I'm using comedy as to get that phrase.
Right.
Well, that phrase succeeded a lot of people. It got more popular, and so I didn't know. They were thinking, "Oh, I'm better than Shucky Ducky," because all I had was the phrase. Because I was trying to learn. I didn't really know this. I knew the setup and punch style of comedy, but now comedy has switched to more telling stories, and then so therefore, I didn't have a really. I had a rough life, but I didn't have I wasn't a drug dealer. I wasn't a person that had a whole bunch of women and all that type of stuff. So I didn't have a lot of those. See, because to really be a real good comedian, you got to really experience a lot.
Go through something.
You got to really go through
Turn your
something,
tragedy
or you
into
got to read a lot, and you got to be very opinionated about what you think. And then a lot of times that comedy is going after the elite, because comedy is really for the common man. Once you get rich and get out of certain things, you're not that funny that much because you ain't struggling like
Lost touch.
You lost touch. It's mostly for the common man. That's the reason why you say this guy, well, he used to be funny. Well, he ain't that funny because you're out of touch. I
Come
can't
over,
relate
push
to
the
you.
mic a little bit.
Oh, I'm sorry. Every podcast I get away from. You're not in touch with the regular people, because a lot of the really fun is in the struggle.
Yeah, but that's
makes sense.
everything entertainment.
It's entertainment.
And,
It's in the struggle.
and politics.
Right.
When you're on the ground grinding and you being a community activist and this, that, and other, you in touch with the people.
You're in touch with the people.
When you lose touch with those people, man, that's when your ass is you're done.
That's when you're done.
That's when you're
As you can remember when Vanessa Williams was Miss America, and then they found out that she had those nude pictures, and they took it away from her, where her publicist at that time before she married him, he told her, he told her to go back to the black community, go back to the black community. If the black community accept you, then the white people come back and accept you.
Sure,
And she went right back to the black community, build that up,
right.
and then they came back and accepted her.
That's right. That's right. She lucky she was able to get back in. Though.
Right? Yeah. No. But she didn't do anything wrong. You see, like OJ couldn't get back in. Or there's other people who couldn't get back in because they disparaged the black community. I'm better than the black community. I don't put me in this category. But so therefore you can't get back in like that. But if you really a part of the black community and then you go in and apologize, whatever, and your weight, you can get. They can help you rise back up.
Right. Do you feel like you've ever been in a situation where you were affected by the politics of comedy and the comedians? I remember you thought about this when you said you were pushing the phrase "shucky ducky," right?
Pushing the phrase, right?
And so and so you had obviously you had some comedians that were hating on you.
Right. Some didn't like the phrase. Some thought it was corny. Sometimes
We thought it was funny. Shit.
Some
And
people
that's
thought
what
it was
matters.
corny,
Right.
and some people thought that I was cheating, just trying to have a name that stand out instead of using my real name. But they didn't know the background of what I was doing because we wasn't talking like that.
But why do they care? Why did they even care?
Well, people want to be popular. They want to be the stuff. When you say, "Oh man," if you go see a comedian, you say, "Okay, this is a comedian. Hey man, I'm a comedian. Yeah, but do you know Shucky Ducky?"
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want. That's what they want to do. To have their name come out of people's mouths automatically. What I'm saying, I'm not a comedian. A lot of people say, "I got to say I'm a comedian before you know you're a comedian." You know, a lot of times you can be funny, but nobody know who you are.
Well, you're very kind and eloquent in saying them motherfuckers was hating on you.
It was. Because basically they're saying what he got that I don't
Right.
get. He
Right,
just
what
got
he got
a
without-
catchphrase.
yeah, the
I mean,
people-
he found his niche. I mean,
Yeah.
my thing is this, man. Man, look, man.
And
come
I
on,
was
man.
giving my niche away because I was so wanted to be accepted, but I was giving my niche away. I was giving it away, and because everybody thought it was corny, stupid, dumb, and I was giving it away. And then I'd sit back and start thinking. I had to sit back and start realizing I've created something that came into the culture and is locked into the
And
culture.
it's timeless.
It's
Yeah.
timeless.
Just like Baby Kids.
Yeah,
You
Baby
can't-
Kids.
You
It's
can't talk
timeless.
about Bernie Mac and not talk about Baby Kids.
No, that's
No, no.
Robin Harris.
I mean, Robin Harris.
Robin
Robin
Harris.
Harris. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for the
Robin
correction.
Harris.
Yeah.
Robin Harris. I stand. You can't talk
Hey,
about Robin Harris
Right.
and not talk about Baby
Baby.
Kids. It's
and
timeless.
another thing too, those comedians that really broke away had something, a signature that you can identify,
Right.
and then you have nostalgia that you can go back with.
Right.
Because look at Bernie Mac. I ain't scared of you, man.
Right. But there's Bernie Mac.
Unforgettable.
I ain't scared of you.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
Right.
he said that.
Right,
and that
right.
that registered
And it's
when he,
stuck with people.
for a long time. He couldn't do nothing until he said that.
Right. Yeah.
He said
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Then the same way with Robin Harris, Baby Kids.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And same way with who else? Okay, Cat Williams. Take Cat Williams from one. I knew Cat Williams. I knew him I knew him before he was Cat Williams. He was like Cat in the Hat.
So
Yeah.
Oh,
Cat in the
Lord.
Hat.
And he
I
could
met
do
him
that
through
right.
Moon Jones, in Hollywood. And but when he did Money Mike, did that thing.
Yeah.
I am
Well,
a boy, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That impression,
Yeah.
and he used that to his glory.
The voice and everything.
Everything he
Right.
used it to his
Right.
to
Yeah.
his glory
Yeah.
until he can get it away out,
Yeah.
get away from it.
Yeah,
you know.
but
He did.
yeah, but what I don't understand is, why do you care how I get on? Just get on,
Well,
and I clap my hands for you.
Well, a lot of times too, I find this out too. They will set a bar of the comedians they want to get to surpass that comedian. Because see, now all the promoters is talking about this comedian. They're booking this comedian.
Right.
They're not booking you.
right.
So they're
right.
booking this comedian.
Right.
So I've got to surpass this comedian in order to get booked. Because the whole thing was trying to get booked.
But here, and I agree with that, and I understand that, because I come out of I'm in the music business too.
Okay.
Kojak's in the music business. We're all in marketing and so on and so forth. But here's the thing: if they are booking you, right, then it's your job to bring that. Hey, use him for me to open up for me. Use this.
Well,
person.
sometimes
Yeah.
you got to be careful about that. See, because you got to understand that you are a business.
right.
Okay, and your thing is to keep your brand on the top.
Yeah.
Then you got some comedians that wants to shoot you down, or you say a 5-minute comedian can tie up a 45-minute comedian. See, a 5-minute comedian coming in with bam, 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 kill him, bam, walk off. Okay, now you got to go 45 minutes, but you don't have that much fire. That fire, boom, 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 boom,
we get
boom.
kind of bored.
But won't that force you to?
It's supposed
Not
to force.
everybody.
It's supposed to force you to do that, but sometimes people are lazy, and a lot of people trying to just get by to make some money.
Those are the people that's hating. If
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
have
you
that
try- yeah,
hustle,
you-
Right.
you
then
got to-
I'm just
you're
I'm
supposed
just
to
gonna hate.
supposed to have that
Right.
fire,
Yeah.
but sometimes you don't have that fire. Sometimes you might not be that creative. Sometimes you taking something from other people, to make your show so good. So
You know, I just believe in building people though. You know, I just believe that, you know, if you have an opportunity, it's our job to put our foot in that door so that door won't close, and then rush a gang of folks in. Now, and now on the business tip, does that mean I'm going to sign you and then I'm going to ask them to let you be my opening act? You know, so that
well,
you know,
well, but back then you didn't have the power.
okay.
It was the promoters, the executive producers. Those were the people who had the power.
Yeah.
The music executive, they had the power. You didn't have the power. But nowadays,
Yeah.
you got the power.
Yeah.
It's the brand to make your brand strong and make your brand to be the best you want to be. It's on you. It's not on nobody else.
Right. Let me ask you this too, before we close this segment out. Have you thought about, and feel free to use black market strategies to help you with this if you want to. That's my comment.
Okay.
But look, have you thought about, you know, and I admire him for this, the tapping in to that pathway that Country Wayne has used?
Oh man, I love Country Wayne, man.
Yeah.
I admire him, what he's done. He's very smart, very intelligent brother. I remember when somebody was telling me, said, man, Country Wayne ain't that funny. Country Wayne ain't that good. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I said, let me go see Country Wayne. So I went to see Country Wayne. I said, I don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
I said, Country Wayne pretty good.
Yeah.
And I said, he had that look. He has that where he's likable.
Right.
So
right.
he had all the ingredients,
Right.
and he know how to maneuver, and he's a very smart businessman.
Charismatic.
Very
Yeah.
charismatic. Somebody was telling me about Just Hilarious.
Uh-huh.
They talking about Just Hilarious ain't that funny. She's just something. So I went to see. I like to go see him. I went to
Right.
see Just Hilarious,
Uh-huh.
and when I went to see Just Hilarious, her voice, just the voice, and her voice is very interesting.
Right,
She
yeah,
didn't have to be that funny.
Right.
She was just so interested in her talking, her
And her tone.
conversation.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I said,
Yeah.
damn. I said that. So you're looking at that. Went to see Charleston White. They told
Yeah.
me Charleston White was going to be a comedian. When I saw him on the YouTube, I say, man, he could do comedy. You know, but his comedy is kind of rough. But he got material that he can talk about. A lot of people can't talk about and put stuff in phrases like he was putting those things in phrases. And all he had to do just stay the course, and just be who he was. I mean, he whether he call it a comedian or public speaker, he had the dynamic and the charisma to draw your ear and your attention.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because sometimes you can be on that stage and people ain't listening to you.
Yeah, that's true. But so Charleston White, the activist versus Charleston White, the comedian. What do you think?
I think he had great potential.
For which one?
I mean, he's good in both of them. He was an activist before he was the comedian, but you know, he said what he did. He said he was playing a character. Everybody bought into the character. You know, he was saying, when I was talking and had my bow tie and I was talking like this and doing this, y'all paid me no attention. But when the minute I started talking stupid and doing this right kind of stuff, everybody paid me some attention.
You know, hey, you know, sometimes, man, you can be, you know, trying to tell somebody something and they listen, but they ain't listening, and then you start acting a damn fool, and all of a sudden you got everybody's attention.
Everybody watch.
Right.
You think that's Charleston White's formula?
I don't know exactly what, but he said that's what his formula was, that he played a character. He said he played a character, and he do research, and so he talk, and so therefore he can know how to deliver. A lot of people can get research but don't know how to mat it and make it seem so natural. He know how to do it.
That's a really great point. Break it down into granular
Right.
form so everybody can digest it.
Digest it.
Yeah. DJ Kojak said when we had Michael Collier on the show, he said Charleston White one of the smartest dudes out there though, man. The man's smart.
Yeah, it's smart.
Yeah,
He ain't no dummy. He's not no dummy at all.
Yeah.
You know, Country Wayne ain't no dummy.
Not at all.
It ain't no at all.
You know, it's so funny you say that because first of all, where's Charleston White from? Is he from Dallas?
From Fort Worth.
From Fort Worth. Okay. It's so funny you say that, you know, that you know, these country cats ain't no dummies, right? I'm a transplant to Memphis right now. Tell people, you know, people come into the South, as a matter of fact, and underestimate the intelligence of these black folks and white folks too, you know, that are in the South based on the way they talk.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, man, and people, you know, you gotta humble yourselves, man, because you know, these folks have a level of intelligence that somebody from New York could never ever have. Let somebody from New York walk through these woods and see if these black dudes in Alabama or Mississippi can navigate through these woods and tell them don't touch that plant. you know, watch this law because it might be a snake on the other side
Yeah.
of it, this, that, and other. That you can't discount people's intelligence based on their geography.
I saw some people from Harvard, dumb as hell. See some people that ain't got
Because C's get degrees.
no got
C's get degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know some people that ain't got no education, no degree, no college, no nothing, no high school, no elementary. Smart as hell.
Smart as hell. Absolutely. You know, I tell people all the time, I ain't got nobody's degree, and I still have influence over 7 million people in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, but you understand though why education was created.
Come on up to this mic. Come on now. You can't walk away.
You got to
Right.
understand why education was created, so they
Why
can
was
create,
education
so they can
created?
create workers who can do and run those factories and things of
Let
that
me ask
nature.
that again because I want a clear clip on this.
Yes,
Why was education created?
it was created so that people can work. They have enough education to work those factories and those offices. That's all it was.
Education was created to create a serving class.
That's
Of
right.
course, because we were responsible for educating our own children in the ways that we needed to. And now all of a sudden it's in the hands of the government and they're supposed to tell us what our children need.
We done tapped into her
I'm
passion.
sorry.
No,
Fashion.
Right, yeah,
Well, you know, because
She woke.
right.
She
yeah,
woke.
because first of all, is who owned land was the rulers, because that agriculture was the business, and that's the reason why landlords and all that type of stuff, because it's all about the agriculture. And then we got into the industrial age with manufacturing, it became companies, and so you had your families based upon whatever the economic was. That's the reason why you had mama had 10 kids and all that kind of stuff to work them farms.
Land.
You know, because you can't hardly pay for them labors, and then so when they stop slavery, then they know they need to work these land. So we'll tell you what, we're gonna sharecrop this thing. You did it, and they was mistreating them on the sharecropping. You know, so it's all about what the economics is and how you gonna run it. And so then when they got the manufacturing, you had about 5 children in the family. Then when women started working, then the women don't want to have no kids, so they had about 2. We're gonna have two, maybe 3. That's all we're gonna have.
Yeah.
And then when they start, you know, really got freedom, then we don't want to have no kids at all. And that's the reason why our population is going down, because we don't have no children. You know, the black women is following after the white women, and so therefore we don't have the replenish of the population that we need. That's where it really is in the
Which
population.
is why there's such a big fight against abortion. Yes, yeah, and look. So you taking us down the rabbit hole.
I ain't
Look,
even
look,
take
you
y'all
taking
down the
us
rabbit
hole.
hole.
You taking us
Go.
down the
I ain't
rabbit
even-
hole, Chucky Ducky.
Well, I know, you know, I want to apologize too, because see, I had an injury. I have a lawn service business, and I was in the sun in 2004 August, and a wall stung me in the ear, and I fell out, and I split my chin in half, broke my jaw on both sides, and I burnt my. Let me show these burn. I burnt my arm. See right there. Arm.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh man.
All that I did. All that happened to me
From a wasp sting.
from Wall Street in 2004. So it's kind of hard for me to talk sometimes because I get juicy mouth. And I got to do like that.
Hey, man, some woman's over here, man, just looking at this now, just lusting. He get
Hold on,
he
cause
get
I get
Danny-
juicy mouth.
Danny got a woman. Don't be
Juicy
getting him
mouth.
in trouble now.
Right. Well, man, hey, Shucky Ducky, man, you have been absolutely amazing, man. We
what?
really appreciate you coming here, man. We'd have kept you for 2 hours if I didn't know you had a job to do tonight. But
I got a
man,
job tonight.
right,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. That I
What's
got
that
a
job?
job tonight
What we
at
doing
Chuckles Comedy Club.
Yeah.
I got 2 shows tonight. One at 7:30, one at 10 o'clock, and then on Sunday it's 8 o'clock show.
Right.
All
And
right.
we having a good time, good crowd.
Yeah,
Memphis is a good audience, and I'm having my good time. So y'all come on out to Chuckles tonight. Come on out to Chuckles.
Yeah, man, come on out and support Shucky Ducky. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack,
in the
back.
building. Memphis, give it up for him. Yeah, man. Man, look. Let me say this. You know, we might show up tonight too.
Oh, come
I'll
on.
probably show up to the 7:30 show. Y'all want to go?
Let's do it.
You can't
Let's
go
do
tonight.
it.
Bring your turntables, man. Bring your
Bring the
turntables.
turntable.
Yeah.
We gonna scratch it up.
Man, listen, man. You know, I hope that people are watching. I hope some young comics are watching too. You know, so they can glean some of this good information off of you, man. And you know, and they have a career, you know, that you know that elevates as much as possible, man. Let me say this personally to you, and on behalf of the team here at the Antonio Parkinson Project, man, we're incredibly proud of you.
Yes.
Well, thank
man,
you.
and we appreciate you,
Yes,
man. We
yes.
love you, man, and man, keep on doing what you're doing, brother. And you know, you're welcome to the show anytime. Real talk, you're welcome to the show anytime.
Okay,
So,
representative.
Yeah. Oh, he went formal on it. Okay, representative.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But look, anytime you're in the market, seriously, anytime you're in Tennessee or Nashville, you know, hit me up. I'm in both places, man. You know, we'd love to catch up with grab some lunch or whatever we need to do. All right. Once
No.
again, you have been watching the Antonio Parkinson Project. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget, June is Black Music Month, and coming up in the next couple of weeks, we got
Next week.
Boo Mitchell.
Boo Mitchell.
You know, oh man, big time. Boo Mitchell, DJ Zerk, Chris Pat, and all for Black Music Month. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you Friday. Good job, y'all. Way to go, man.
All right, man.
Way to go, man.
I ain't gonna drink no more of this.
Man, look. Right.